Hey folks, how are ya? Good. Glad everyone's doing good. So this video here is just the continuation of a video that I had posted up yesterday or the day before. It's basically just continuation part 2 of the off-grid life vlog. So yeah, I might do a few of these videos. We'll see. See if people enjoy them. Try to, share some experiences and different perspectives and stuff like that. So, if someone's interested in that, they might pick up on something new or something different than what they do. So anyway, we'll let's get into it. A lot of people live off grid, right? It's fun. It's a challenge. It's absolutely a challenge. It's definitely more of a challenge in certain climates. So I'm going to say like the climate we live in is absolutely an off-grid challenge, a lot more than say someone that's living off-grid, like somewhere that's warm and sunny. That's probably about the easiest off-grid situation you can get, because obviously being warm, you don't have to worry about freezing to death. You don't have to worry about sunlight for solar applications, running stuff, charging up batteries, on and on. That's the easiest scenario you can get. If you live in a mild climate, a sunny mild climate, that's the easiest off-grid living you're gonna do. With sun and heat, well, then you have a longer growing season, like for food. It's easier on if you have livestock, your animals, it's easier in every single way. A climate like here that we live in throws a lot more wrenches in it. Way more work. It's way more work. So as you see here, I've got our fireplace going. That is our only heat. So that little fire pit there, we don't have a big, this is only 700 square feet, this little cabin here. So it's easy to heat, fortunately, right? So yeah, that little stove, that's our only heat. And that thing runs for sure all winter and even beyond winter. So say this thing is really only down for maybe 3 months a year. So we typically burn about, obviously more like every day in the winter. So say, but also fall. So say this, we start pretty much burning, let's say daily. I would say September, early to mid-September. We start, and then it's still burning daily till into May. Early May, mid-May. And then after that, we're still typically potentially burning every day, but maybe less, maybe just something in the morning to get the chill off, something like that. So we'll be burning still sporadically into June. And then we might start up sporadically maybe late August, beginning of September. So a lot. So obviously, so you have the work of, cutting and splitting all the wood for your fuel, which is nice. It's free. So that's one way we save huge on energy costs is we burn free wood. Like, we have our property 17 acres, and it's heavily treed. So you have more wood here than you could ever burn in numerous lifetimes for firewood. So our heat is free, but when you factor in the time and the labor and the time to dry it, because you need it properly seasoned, especially if you're burning inside your house. You don't want to be burning wet green wood freshly cut. You're going to get creosote buildup like nuts, and if you're not sweeping your stack out on a regular basis, you're a candidate for a chimney fire, right? And maybe burning your house down. So obviously we don't want that. So we make sure our wood is cut and split and dried dry. Talking like 10% moisture content or less. I don't even want to burn stuff over that. I don't even want it. So, and burning that dry wood, I basically only got to sweep that about once a year. Obviously, when we first moved in here, I didn't have the dry supply of wood set up yet. So we were burning the wetter wood. And so to take that into account, I was sweeping out the chimney 2-3 times just in the winter. So that adds more work too, right? So, if you do certain steps, you can maybe eliminate a little extra work that you got to do. So, and safety is number one. Like, you don't want to mess around. It's one thing to be burning, if you got the outdoor boiler, whatever, throw whatever you want in there. Doesn't matter. But you're burning in the house, you better make sure that stuff is seasoned. And if it's seasoned, burn whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, you see online all the time, people like, oh, can I burn pine? Can I burn, seasoned. You can burn whatever wood you want. As long as it's seasoned, you're good. You're all good. Burn whatever you want. So obviously out here where I live, the boreal forests, I mean, yeah, we've got softwood, but we probably have, but there's quite a bit of, deciduous trees, hardwood kind of stuff. So typically when you have that stuff around, that's the wood you want to burn, right? The harder wood is going to burn longer. When you're burning the softwood like spruce and pine and that, it burns. It just doesn't burn as long. So say like out west, there's not much hardwood at all. So that's typically all that's burned out west is, pine and spruce, fir, stuff like that, right? So the more east you get, the more the trees turn into, hardwood. So that's typically what's burned out here. So that's why sometimes people burn certain woods. But whatever you have around, as long as it's seasoned, you can burn it. In here, we burn everything. We burn pine, spruce, fir, poplar, ash, black ash, birch, elm, whatever's around. Tag alders. It's all wood and it all burns, so we burn it. And it's all free for us, so. Anyway, folks, just a little off-grid ramble here, and we'll check in the next one. Until next time.